Hello guys, and welcome to a playthrough of Close Combat Wacht am Rhein. Which for me, this is a remake. I haven't actually played this, but it's a remake of Close Combat 4, The Battle of the Bulge. Which I have played a lot. Online back in the days on GameSpy Arcade and just single player. This was the first Close Combat game that I ever owned. Well, Close Combat 4, not Wacht am Rhein. This is actually the first time I'm playing Wacht am Rhein. Now, I'll be playing through this with both the Allies and the Germans on Elite difficulty, trying to make things pretty much as hard as possible for myself as I go through. And it will be the same intro for both of these playthroughs in the first episode, because I have a little bit of a story I want to tell, and yeah. What I'll do is edit in some chapters for you to click through so you can get to the parts of the video you might want to get to, like pre-battle deployment, battle, post-battle, whatever, so that if you don't want to listen to my story mode right now, you can skip past it to when the game begins. Now that being said, this was, as I said, my first Close Combat game that I ever owned. Well, the original that this is a remake of. And, well, I got it in the 90s at some point. My first experience with Close Combat was a demo of Close Combat 2, which a friend of mine acquired and started talking about at school. And I thought that sounded pretty amazing. I went to his place, I tried it out, and I was right, it was pretty amazing. This was in the 90s at some point. So I was in elementary school still. And yeah, a few years later, me and my family, we were in Denmark. I'm from Norway myself. It's pretty typical for Norwegians to go to a vacation to Denmark every now and then. And we were in the city of Aalborg. And my family was out doing some shopping, and they kind of just posted me up in like a gaming store, just so I wouldn't run off anywhere and would just be looking at games and such. And I had a little bit of allowance money because I've been doing some chores and work around the house, so I'd saved up a minuscule amount of money so I could afford like a cheap game. And in that store there was an opened copy of Close Combat 4. Someone had returned it because it didn't work, and they sold it cheaper due to that. Now the thing is, there was a good chance this wouldn't work. My computer or my family's computer at the time could barely handle it. But at that point in time, there was no smartphones to distract people in the service industry, which I find is quite typical these days. Like these youngsters. I mean, I sound like I'm old as heck. I'm 33 at the point in time of recording this. Yeah, I see a lot, you go to buy a pizza or something, everyone's just like, anyone below the age of 20, usually quite typically, are just on the phone all the time, and just like, quite entitled, frankly, to just like, oh, I showed up, give me money, kind of thing, not really putting in the work, but that's another story for another time, if at all. So, I opened up the CD cover for it, which was like a DVD case, and inside it, the employees in the store, since the game didn't work, had added in a floppy disk into the package. So they downpriced it and added in a floppy disk, including all sorts of fixes and patches that you might need to get the game to actually work. They actually gave it them. They actually cared. They actually went above and beyond, and I really appreciate that. I would not have made this game work on my computer had they not included this floppy disk in the case. So I got home and I started playing it, and a lot of people say that this might be one of the worst of the original 5 Close Combat games, and yeah, I can agree. Like, I would say Close Combat 2, 3, and 5 are definitely better. Close Combat 1, that just is kind of a different beast. I mean, the series had to start somewhere, right? So, I mean, I've played Close Combat 1, and you can too if you buy, like, the Close Combat First 5 Games package on GOG.com. But yeah, I mean, I would say yes, for sure. Close Combat 1 is a bit shittier in my eyes, but it is obviously where it all started from. This game, yeah, it has some issues, so... But it was my first entry into the game, into the Close Combat series. the actual first full game that I had my hands on. Prior to that, I'd only played the Close Combat 2 and Close Combat 3 demos. So when I got my hands on this, I was a pretty happy kid. But yeah, I don't really have that much more to say than that, so we're just gonna head on over to the campaign selection screen. And here we are. So, we're gonna be playing with the Allies on Elite difficulty, with the Axis/German forces set to Recruit. This has various effects, but one of them is that the higher you go in difficulty, the less reserves you have available. So, putting the Germans on Recruit while we go on Elite will give them as much reserves as they can have, and us as few as we can have. And we're gonna have realism rating set to 100%. Battle end criteria will be when the time expires in 30 minutes, and after taking all victory locations. And there will be a 2-minute warning to the team that has lost all victory locations, and they need to take any victory location back in 2 minutes, or they will lose the game. That being said, let's get to it. And here we are. So, I believe we can't move on the first turn. Nope, the enemy has achieved strategic surprise. Your forces are unable to move on the first turn. Which is fair enough. We got some reserve armored unit here. Another reserve armored unit there. And some engineers over here. And in the back. So, I already played through with the Germans. Well, I haven't really at this point. But in the future, that will be a true statement. By the time you're watching this, chances are I have a German and the Allied playthrough out of this game. Now with the Germans, we won every single battle on turn 1. Not so sure we can do that with the Allies though, because we're defending and we are just, we're not as good off as the Germans are, equipment-wise. At least not in the early stages of this campaign. However, there will be 8 battles in the first term, so let's get to it here. We can't do anything else, let's just execute and hit next. And the first battle will be in South Eifel, between the 18th Volksgrenadiers and 106th Infantry. So let's edit the opponent and see. When I played, I think I had access to 3 or 4 Stug 3s and 1 Panzerjäger 38T. There are 4 of that and 8 Stugs. So yeah, more reserves in general. Now we want to give them a little bit of infantry. We don't want to stick them with only armored units, as the AI doesn't handle too well having only armored units. We got 41 Panzerschrecks though, like that's an insane amount. I don't know why in this game you just get so much anti, like it was with the Germans. I think we had in the 20 something in the German playthrough. Or like close to 20 at least. Like it was just way more Panzerschreck teams than anything else. If you play the longest day, you barely have any Panzerschreck teams. They're just so valuable to keep alive because it's often your only chance of taking out the enemy tanks. In this game, it's not quite the same. So we're gonna do it like this, I think. 4 Stugs, 3 Jagdpanzers, and I'm gonna return to myself, and we need to set up somewhat sensibly, I'd say. So let's go. Platoon leader, bar team, 50 cal. Bazooka. Platoon leader, bar team, 50 cal. Bazooka. And we have anti-tank guns. There are 4 of them. I mean, we might as well just pour in every single one, I guess. Apart from, I mean, we've got 4 bazooka teams, 4 anti-tank guns. We should probably have another infantry unit of some sort, so let's get an engineer team in here. There we go, that'll be my setup. Not even half the point value of the enemy setup. But maybe the bazooka teams can do good. Actually, I'm going to try to cheese it a little bit. You can do this sometimes. You see, these guys went from combat training to scene battle. Every time you put a team in, it's random what kind of, within certain parameters, what their morale and experience will be. Maybe we can get these other guys at a higher level too, without clicking too much. I don't want to sit there and click forever, but if we could make the anti-tank stuff at least scene battle level, then they might actually hit a bit better. Maybe get the engineer teams in as well in like scene battle configuration. I don't want to click forever though. One more time if it doesn't work. Nah, there we go, fuck it. Moving up. So, yeah, I mean the enemy team is decent. So, let's see. We have a lot of bazookas, we have a lot of anti-tank guns. Now we need to find good places to position them. And I am thinking... Where are my bazooka teams? One is here. We could run one over here, to the corner. Should any armor go up this direction. And I want to have them close to the enemy here in ambush. Maybe in the open actually in the forest, so they actually dig some trenches. I think they might dig a trench there. It's just after they fire, right, they're gonna be spotted. And then they're gonna be murdered if you don't have some trenches for them to hide in. So I'm hoping they dig trenches up. They might not. But a trade bazooka team for a tank is a trade I'll take if it comes to that. I'll sneak a bazooka team in there, hide behind that tree. We got the 50 cal teams. Well, I would say we set up a 50 cal team. So I've already tried this game before, like SDLS. I just went in quickly to see before I started with the Germans even to record, just to see, well, just to get a feel for the game. And so I know kinda how I want to deploy them, and I'm just gonna go with that. We got the 50 cal. No, maybe not the 50 cal team there. Maybe one on either side of this road. That's gonna... No, it's not gonna be any good. We could put a 50 cal team out here and ambush maybe, and just dig a trench for them. If they could clip the terrain properly. Yeah, that should work. Yeah. And an anti-tank gun nearby that they will be guarding. Yeah, that doesn't expose itself too much, and if the enemy comes down here with any tanks, it will have shots. Now over here, there's some trees we can hopefully hide our anti-tank guns behind, and yep, they got some line of sight down the road there. Let's see if we can't get another anti-tank gun into approximately the same position. Yeah, they got some line of sight, it's fine. And the trees and foliage will hide them a little bit, which is going to be useful as well. The last anti-tank gun, maybe here could be good. Depends a little bit on... Yeah, it's got like a very narrow field of fire towards here, which could be good if a tank drives by and it gets to react in time. Or a tank comes really close. Like if a tank drives by like south to north here, should potentially get some shots in that. Let's get the engineer team in ambush behind the bazooka team. They also have explosives that they can kind of run at the tank with and throw some dynamites and then, you know, cause some damage. I do want some infantry in this forested area here so the enemy can't just easily push through. Let's see, I also want maybe a bar team sneaking in here so they can kind of cover the bazooka team a little bit. And let's go with a platoon team over there. And where's the other platoon leader? Right there. So I'm thinking, well, maybe they have the command circle and everything, and if they're like in between several teams, I like imagine a circle behind these guys. I don't know how far out that circle reaches, but it's within this circle they will give some bonuses to surrounding teams. So I'm hoping the bazooka teams will get a bit of bonus and perform better. We're gonna have the engineer team maybe here. And I think that will be good. Let's begin. So straight off the bat we have shots on this stug. We got one. That's nice. That's a good start. Why are these guys calling after for fucking cover though? Oosh. Okay. Well, here comes Germany. Holy shit. That is a lot of stuff. That is a lot of stuff. Just coming in immediately. We've immobilized this stug here, or this Hetzer. Which might be good, might be bad. It looks like it's pointing away from our guys, so it should be good actually. Should now not have shots on anything anymore. Good, we blew it up. Can we get this stug here on the side? No, not quite. The bazooka team is firing. We got it. Beautiful. Okay, the bazooka team is taking fire, and we lost it. That's how it goes sometimes. Now let's sneak this bazooka team over there, I guess. And this bazooka team should probably also sneak down in this direction a little bit. Okay, can we shoot the stick? No, not really. This stick we can't shoot though. Don't have very good shots at it, but they do have shots. I think we immobilized it. That's very nice. Okay, so then priority changes to other tanks that aren't immobilized. Oh, not tanks, but assault guns and anti-tank guns. Lovely. What's that? 1, 2... Lovely. They want a truce, and I'd say forget about it. Okay, this thing is still active over here. Maybe we can sneak the bazooka team in, get a shot, maybe not. So, what's the situation over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemy tanks are down. So we got this one and this one left, and the anti-tank gun is now firing at the Yad Panzer. The bazooka team also has shots. Let's see. Yeah. Wow. This thing is really taking it like a boss. Ooh. Ooh. Get some, son. Get some. Get some. They got one stug left now. I'm gonna kick everything into the fence. So they start shooting at shit. Like the infantry is moving in, so. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Can we get a shot off on the stug though? They tried, but they missed. And now they don't really have shots. Let's sneak the bazooka team back here, get the platoon HQ in a little bit. Oh, the AT gun has a shot on the stug. Not sure if they've even seen this AT gun left. We got all the armor up. I really did not expect this to go this well. They just bunched everything up here, and well, we pretty much had like the main armored anti-armor stuff focused in. Yeah, this changes things. Now it's we can actually maybe do a push shot, counter-attack a little bit. We have a lot of not so good infantry stuff to actually be making moves with though, but yeah, if we can tear them apart, then we can tear them apart, I guess. Let's sneak the platoon leader into the trench there. And I think, let's have this bar team and this platoon leader team start making some moves in this direction. And I'm gonna move the engineers here and this bar team into this building, see what comes of that. Wow, this went a lot better than I expected. I'm not gonna lie. They got a lot of shit on the mountain here though, so maybe we can return fire on that. Is it suicide though? Is it really? Just keep going. We're taking out those grenadiers there. Just get into this building, please. Just get into the building. You're taking like retarded fucking paths. Just get into the building. More safely than this stupid shit you're doing. I don't understand the AI's propensity to just fucking run on the open road whenever there's an open road to run on. It's like, oh, I got better footing with my Schuster. Yeah, but you're also gonna die more easily, so what the fuck? You know? I don't want the counterattack to lose its punch. I want us to be able to counterattack and maybe win. Just keep going, get into this building. There's like 2 guys we can move into 50 cal teams. No, no, 50 cal can shoot up there. Why are they not doing that actually? Can't see. Also they have really limited ammo, so that's not good. Alright, come on, don't let these false grenadiers beat your asses up now. Come on, you can do this, you can do this. You can do this. Don't lie down on the ground and just take the beating, holy hell. Oh, that's a command team or something that's trying to launch bloody Panzerfaust status, so. Alright, can we just sneak over here and take that damn Victor location, please? Pretty please. Oh my, that's one issue I have with this game. Like, the infantry AI seems to be worse than in other close combat games. in my experience. Okay, we're taking out 2 Volksgunners teams, a VG Stone team, and so on. Oh, let's move to 50 cal. Alright, get these guys set up on the fend here. If I can select the right teams. Okay, they got MGs on the hill, which might be an issue. Particularly if my teams are just gonna, every time a shot comes anywhere near them, just throw down and start going the opposite direction of where I want them to be going. And just go into this building if you can. Take the victory location and take the building. Come on. You can do it. Just, where are all these shots coming from? Okay, we got some fuckers on the hill. We should be able to shoot. My teams are just being shit. Okay, I'm gonna move this 50 cal team in and see if we can get some use out of them. Can you please not mess around like this? Okay, that's a vehicle crew, that's not necessarily what we're going for. Seriously, can you go where I tell you to go? Like every time a bullet whistles anywhere near them, it's like they're not in the war zone and they just give up. Return fire to this MG team. I mean, they're just stopping our advance in so many areas. I mean, we had a good setup for defense, but we have a terrible setup for attack with all these bazooka teams and anti-tank guys. Yeah, kill the guy trying to sneak away here, please. Come on. Right, now this should be good to just sprint the rest of the way, right? Come on. Okay. I'm not sold on the 50 cals. Apparently so little ammo. It's limited how long they can be actually firing for. Like, these guys are not even shooting anything. They've been just sitting here taking fire and not returning fire for so long. What's the point? What's the deal? You know? Useless AI. I could run into bazooka teams as well, but I don't know. I kind of want to save them for later, because we might need them. Took out one enemy command troop at least. Ah, there we go. This is the receiving fire throwing down team. We're really good at that. Just go get over here, get to safety, and you know, like, they're not even hitting you. Like, none of you have been hit. You're so far away, it's going to be hard for the enemy to hit you. I really want to make the counter push happen here now. See, now you can probably fucking keep going, right? Just get to this building. Okay, we took out a command team there as well, so 2 command teams are dead. Let's get our command team into this building. Together with the 50 cal team. That should be good. Just have these guys defending on the road here. They can at least pin down the mountain. Or the hill or whatever. Right, we're doing good, but there's just a little bit of issues with the game. But you know, that's so I almost cough laughter. My point being, that's kind of like how it is with close combat sometimes. A lot of these games have some kind of an issue. So this platoon HQ team is dead and gone, basically. But I hope they can gain this position or control of it before going in. Oh, is it a vehicle crew that took them out? Or that made sure we don't have a platoon leader in the future now? That's great, because vehicle teams are so well known for being extremely good. Yeah, I think we can move the 50 cal team over here. Now we see these guys. Can anything shoot them? Okay, we got people surrendering left, right and center here. It's nice. Well, primarily the enemy vehicle crews though, so not the best, but we have them pinned here, so it should just be a matter of time now before we win. If we can get this 50 cal team overlooking from the hill here, shooting down on these guys, then we're looking pretty good. But they got this victor location here that we need to take as well, so we're doing some damage. The ball team here is doing good. Now that they're finally in position. We'll have the 50 cal in position here soon now. Well, it is in position, we just need to set it up. And we're going to keep the pressure up. So we've taken out 3 infantry squads plus the 2 command teams at the very least that I'm aware of. So that leaves 1, 2, maybe? No, maybe 3, I think. I'm not sure, they have 8, I think they had 8 infantry units of various types. Come on, why are you running back? Just go and take this so we can move up on the hill. Please and thank you very much. Okay. I think we'll move these guys in here as well. I think both these teams are damaged enough that, yeah, they're gonna count as destroyed no matter what we do. So we might as well just get them up on the hill and use them as a pushing force. The same with this platoon leader team. I think we can just push in with them too. At the very least, please fucking shoot the enemy. You know, just annihilate these bastards over here. We'll set up the 50 cal on top here somewhere. And push in with the teams that are already basically dead. Is the 50 cal still setting up? Okay. Well, that's how it is and that's how it is. We got 3 infantry teams to push in with that are gonna count as destroyed at the end of the battle anyway. So we might as well. Right, because it doesn't matter if they lose. It doesn't really matter if we lose all 5 of these or 6 of these guys are remaining here, because the teams are going to be removed from the reserve list no matter what we do. And we might as well just throw them away rather than teams that actually have some value. Okay, there we go. So the first battle was a great success, total American victory, and yeah, I mean we took out the whole armored thing there. As you can see, what we struggled most with was their infantry, right? So it's like, it's not really that good to just go full tanks. Infantry can be, like, I don't know, we set up like half our stuff to be anti-tank, half their stuff is tank, and then we don't really have the force to push with after we have defeated our tanks. Because our infantry is, well, it's not the main priority when we deployed. Anyway, we killed, was this 33 guys, incapacitated 20 and 5 prisoners. Oh, I apologize if I got a black screen running now. I forgot to turn on OBS. Last time I recorded, there was some issues where it just, the Bandicam doesn't want to record the end screen for some reason. And when I record with OBS, the user interface flickers. So I can't use OBS to be recording this game because it's going to be just flickering and like triggering epileptic seizures with people. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the first episode here. If you did, I would appreciate if you left a like on it. It certainly helps my channel out and also makes me a happy person. So, you know, if you want to do that, would appreciate it. Either way, thank you for watching and you can catch me in the next one. So, have a good one.